What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today, yes, we're doing it. We're doing a Damian Lillard Knicks rebuild because there's just been so many rumors about the Knicks saying they're gonna trigger a trade to get Damian Lillard if he becomes available in the offseason, which I still don't think is gonna happen, but I guess you never know. Like I said before, I kind of recorded a video on my second channel kind of talking about the situation. If you guys want to check it out, link is always in the description. But I basically said, I was like, you know, before Damian Lillard getting traded was like 0% chance of happening, but this offseason I'll bump it up to like a 10% chance. All right, I'll give you guys out there that want to see Dame somewhere else a 10% chance that it happens, but we'll have to see. But today, for entertainment purposes, not to piss anyone off, obviously I'm a Blazers fan, so it doesn't really matter. I'm pissing myself off by doing this. So Damian Lillard Knicks rebuild, man. Leave a like if you guys enjoy this one. Of course, subscribe if you haven't already. Now let's go ahead and show you the guys the trade I did, and let's see how good the Damian Lillard makes the Knicks, at least in 2K anyway. And yeah, Damian Lillard's on the New York Knicks. So this is kind of what I gave up. Transaction report. It'd probably require more than this. It'd probably require more picks than this, but this is just all you can fit. So it was like Damian Lillard for Emmanuel Quickly, Obi Toppin, 4 future firsts. I imagine there'll be some, you know, future pick swaps in there as well. Just because it'd be kind of similar to a James Harden package where there's just a lot of picks going to the Blazers. If the Blazers were to trade him, I hope Neil O'Shea, if he's still the general manager in the offseason, if he was forced to trade Damian Lillard, I hope he gets a lot of first round picks. Like, I hope, and some young pieces, because at that point, might as well go rebuild mode, right? And then that's what I hope anyway that would happen. So you get 4 firsts. Ideally, I would like 5 firsts and like 3 future pick swaps if I was trading Damian Lillard anyway, and like a couple young players. Maybe I should have thrown RJ Barrett in there. I don't know. But Damian Lillard is a New York Knick, and that would be my worst nightmare. I would probably cry myself to sleep every night. But it's just kind of what we're working with now. So Dame Dollar, and now we have Tom Thibodeau, still the head coach. Obviously, we're not going to get rid of him. I'm going to keep his coaching staff. I'm going to fire the trainer though, because we all know, you know, the trainers are pretty important to get some training camps if you want to, you know, boost somebody's potential up a little bit. So let's go to the NBA draft, and obviously we traded all of our draft picks for Damian Lillard, so we're not going to have a draft pick here. So let's go ahead and skip over it. We do have a second rounder, but Josh Christopher, sure, I'll accept him. Player options: Randall and Mitchell Robinson are both coming back. Julius Randle is going to be getting locked up, I imagine, by the Knicks very soon. Frank Ntilikina, I guess, if he wants to, you know, try to make his way back, sure, why not? And then yeah, okay, so looking at it this way, Damian Lillard at the point guard, Josh Christopher the shooting guard right now. We got RJ Barrett and Kevin Knox at the 3, Randall at the 4, Mitch Robinson at the 5. So we literally have like no depth, so that's pretty important to kind of boost up a little bit. So I think what I want to do is honestly, I kind of want to get aggressive here because Damian Lillard's 31. If the Knicks are going to trade for Damian Lillard, they might as well go all out and try to get somebody else, right? So we should have some cap space to sign a guy like Kawhi Leonard. We're not too far off a guy like, I don't know, DeMar DeRozan, but I feel like the Knicks are going to try to pitch, you know, try to get some more free agents here if they're going to try to go after, obviously, Damian Lillard. So what I want to do is Kevin Knox would free me up a little bit of money. So I think in order to free up some money, I am going to trade Mr. Kevin Knox, and I don't see anybody wanting to give me like, okay, so Detroit, Kevin Knox going to Detroit makes a ton of sense. They're kind of in rebuild mode as it is right now. So let's say they gave us a second round pick, and I wish I could get 2 seconds from them. But I'll take the 1 second. If I could have gotten 2 seconds, that would have been more nice. But Kevin Knox hasn't really done much in New York anyway, so I think it's a possibility that he could get traded. Okay, so now there's really no one else I want to trade. I don't want to trade RJ Barrett necessarily, obviously. Josh Christopher just came in. So can Kawhi, so Kawhi's getting 4 year from the Pistons, bro. Please do not go to Detroit, bro. Whatever you do. And okay, we don't have enough money. We give him an offer, and yeah, we're not even close. We're all the way. Where are we at anyway? He didn't. Okay, did I miss? Oh, we're like, yeah, we're not even close to getting Kawhi. Okay, so Chris Paul, Damian Lillard backcourt. I don't know how I'd feel about that. John Collins, Mike Conley, Drummond, Jarrett Allen, Dinwiddie, Kyle Lowry, Montrezl Harrell. So there's really nobody I really want out of this free agency class besides Kawhi, and it's not really happening. So low key, I might just wait till next offseason because I just, like I said, I don't really see anything that I love. So I guess we'll just keep everything for now. Kawhi Leonard goes to Detroit. It literally makes no damn sense whatsoever, but you know what? It is what it is. But we do have some money to spend at our disposal. So since we are, you know, we have like no bench right now, but we don't really have a shooting guard I want to start either. So if we could just sign like I guess you know, maybe like a Duncan Robinson for a year or something like that, I guess, or Josh Richardson for a year just to start at the 2, just for 1 season, sure, why not? And then that way we can kind of keep our cap space open, our options open. So Josh Richardson for 1 year. I don't want to renounce Derrick Rose, but it looks like I might have to, because I feel like obviously Tom Thibodeau would love to have Mr. Derrick Rose back. So let me make sure we can maybe get him back. So we sign Josh Richardson to that 1 year deal to be our shooting guard. Derrick Rose is here, and I imagine Tom Thibodeau is going to want to sign him back. So I'm going to give him a 1 year plus team option, just because that way we kind of keep the books open and we can sign sign some free agents if we need to let go Derrick Rose. So Josh Richardson, Josh Christopher, RJ Barrett, and we still need some front court players to kind of just back us up for now. So I see Gorgie Dang on the market, 1 year deal to be our backup center, our backup 4, whatever we decide. And then small forwards, we can get a guy like Tony Snell. We can get a guy like, I don't know, there's Rodney Hood out here that could, you know, be interesting in New York, so we could go with that. Reggie Bullock, also an interesting one. We can maybe move him to small forward. So we got some wings, kind of just let him battle it out, and we'll sign Boban Marjanovic too. Why not? Because like I said, why not? So with that being said, that is our offseason, our first offseason. I'm kind of keeping the books open for next offseason, hoping something opens up for us. So I'm going to move Gorgie Dang to the 4. I'm also going to move, I think, Reggie Bullock to the 3. And I think that will kind of give us a nice rotation for at least this season. So I think we might have to, hold on, let me make sure of something, because I think there's a chance that we might have to trade, or not trade. We might have to, if I can find it, contracts and stuff, finances. Okay, it doesn't, okay, I guess it doesn't show you right now, but I can't remember. I could just look this way, never mind. Okay, Mitchell Robinson, does he have another team option, or is he a free agent next year? Because if he's a free agent next year, I might have to trade him too, because he's going to want a ton of money. So I don't really know what I'm going to do about that. So this trade deadline could be interesting potentially, but for now, we're going to go ahead and just kind of leave it the way it is. And hopefully, to be honest, hopefully this team is just good enough and we do something. But there's definitely some moves to be made. That way we get some more players next to Damian Lillard and Julius Randle in the offseason. 31, and they're the 5th seed in the East. So MVP LeBron James, Jalen Suggs rookie of the year, DeMar DeRozan 6th man, Highest Defensive Player, Maxi Most Improved, Frank Vogel Coach of the Year, and Justin Taylor Executive. All NBA First Team, Luka, Trae Young, LeBron, Giannis, Jokic. All NBA Second Team, Ja, Harden, Jimmy, KD, Embiid. No Damian Lillard. Okay, that's interesting. And we end up being the 5th seed, like I mentioned earlier. As far as player stats are concerned, 27 from Dame Dalla, 24 from Julius Randle. So both of these guys were absolute monsters, which is awesome. RJ Barrett even had a really good year with 18 points per game. Derrick Rose off the bench, 14. Richardson with 10, 8 and 10 from Mitchell Robinson. So we have an interesting offseason ahead of us, because I imagine we don't win the ship here, but you just never know. We are playing the Bulls, though, so we'll have to see kind of how we do against them. Somebody current round against Chicago Bulls, and we beat them in 6. Okay, so we move on to the second round. And now we get the Battle of New York in the second round. So this is a rotation as well that we've been kind of running with. So just so you guys are aware. Somebody current round against the Nets. You got Kyrie, Harden, Scotty Barnes, KD, DeAndre Jordan, Joe Harris. Yeah, I'd be shocked if we beat them, but you never know. And yeah, we get swept. So we get swept in the second round. So kind of the same song and dance for Dame, man. He kind of gets, you know, on a, like, his team's always either like, they get to where they are interesting, but they just always lose to the super team that's, you know, there. So like the Warriors, in this case, it's Brooklyn Nets, as the Nets beat the Lakers in 7 games. But like I said, huge offseason ahead of us. There's definitely some moves that can be made. Draft lottery time. We're not gonna have a lottery pick here. We traded a lot of our picks in the future for Dame Dalla, so we're not gonna be worrying about that. As the Blazers should be in here somewhere via our pick, but I don't see it for some reason. Staff signing, Tom Thibodeau. I guess if I was gonna make any changes, I'd just, you know, kind of hire different assistants just because. So just for those good ratings, if we wanted to do something like that. So Mike D'Antoni, and then I see Trent Peterson as well, so we'll sign him. And then that's our new coaching staff. So NBA draft time, draft night trades that we could make, if any. Nah, Damian Lillard's the only one under contract, and we have the 24th pick in this draft. Okay, so I guess we do have a pick here. So number 24, we'll be selecting, let's see, we'll be selecting Scotty Lewis, I think, here. So sim to the end on that. Scotty Lewis, welcome to the Knicks. For now anyway. I don't know how long you're going to be here. Player options, Derrick Rose, I'm going to decline. Josh Christopher, I'll accept. And RJ Barrett, I'll accept as well. So Derrick Rose, I think we need to free up the money in order to try to do something in free agency. So yeah, it only makes sense to not accept that. So we have a lot of impending free agents right now. You have Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, Derrick Rose, Julius Randle, Mitch Robinson. Mitch Robinson's asking for a ton of money. There's a chance that I won't be able to do what I want in this free agency, because Julius Randle is going to kind of force my hand into having to give him a big contract. The good thing is we do have his bird rights. I just don't know if we could afford somebody and him is the problem. So we'll kind of have to see how that goes. Chris Paul, Zach LaVine, Michael Porter Jr., Russell Westbrook, Jaren Jackson Jr. So I can maybe get like a good free agent kind of down the line. But I mean, looking at what I want, so shooting guard is probably kind of where we could use some help, and preferably, you know, shooting guard that can, you know, kind of play some defense. James Harden's not the guy I'm looking for. Terry Rozier, not really gets, you know, Terry Rozier doesn't get me all that excited. Bradley Beal is here. Zach LaVine. I guess Beal would be interesting, but I can't sign him because that would probably require me to renounce Julius Randle. I see Stephen Curry here, and I just, you know, the idea of Dame and Steph in the backcourt would be fun, but I don't think I can afford it without letting go Julius Randle. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. 1000% sure. I'm not 1000% sure what I'm going to do here. So I don't want to sign Julius Randle just yet. I know that. But I don't think I can offer anyone 40 million. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that and get Randle back. So I kind of have to stay away from these free agents. KD would be awesome. Harden would be awesome. One of those guys would be super awesome. I mean, I guess I can experiment with it real quick and kind of see what happens, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. So yeah, especially if I give him max money. But let's see if he's interested. He is interested. So, okay. But that would probably require me to renounce Julius Randle, but I'll have that there just in case. Trae Young, Kyrie Irving, DeAndre Ayton. Okay, let me go towards the butt. Let's say, for instance, we wanted to sign Zach LaVine, who has no offers right now. So he's interested. Got Michael Porter Jr. down here as well. Russell Westbrook, Jonas Valanciunas, Jaren Jackson Jr., which would be fun. Okay, so honestly, I don't see... So Zach LaVine or Kevin Durant are the two guys I'm kind of looking at. So let's see. I would have to renounce Julius Randle's rights, and I could sign Kevin Durant. Okay, that's cool and all. That is very cool, to be honest. I would love to have, you know... I kind of want to see if there's a way I could get Julius Randle back, but I have a bad feeling there's not going to be a way just because he's going to ask for so much money. And could I sign? No, I couldn't even sign Zach LaVine if I did that. Unless if there's somebody I'm like, yeah, like, there's just no way, man. Like, I don't know how I'm going to do this without renouncing Julius Randle. And I want to get a free agent. So I think I'm going to grab, okay, you know what I'm going to do? Okay. I think I just can't let go Julius Randle. I don't think I can do it, man. I'm gonna offer him his contract. He's been so good for the Knicks, and I just don't think I can do it to him. So Julius Randle, let's sign him back, and let's see what I can afford now. So we're 13 million off from being able to afford anyone else. Okay, so 13 million off. No way we can shed that, right? I see RJ Barrett's money. Okay, so RJ Barrett and someone else could get, and these three guys could shed the money, but then after that, we don't really have a lot of depth, right? So I'm kind of just trying to figure this out. But one thing I know we can do is we can get interesting with this Mitchell Robinson contract. We can sign him real quick, and I know that gives us like no money at all. But what I think I can do with Mitchell Robinson is kind of throw him out there as far as a free agent is, or as far as a trade is concerned. So looking around the league real quick, kind of guys we can maybe get that would maybe take on a Mitchell Robinson. I immediately think of the Timberwolves and Karl-Anthony Towns, because, you know, Karl-Anthony Towns seems like he's been unhappy with the situation. You know, kind of get a big three of Dame, Julius Randle, and Karl-Anthony Towns going, and you might have something interesting brewing. So if I were to like offer, I don't know if they'll accept this, but I'm just kind of, you know, throwing it out there. So let's say we gave up, we'd be giving up a lot of our depth here, but let's say we gave you this pick as well, and they agree. Okay, so we got Karl-Anthony Towns, and all right, so now our team looks interesting. Damian Lillard, no shooting guard right now, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Karl-Anthony Towns. But again, literally no depth, so I kind of would have been stuck with no depth anyway. It looks like I could still sign Derrick Rose, which is actually kind of nice. So let me sign Derrick Rose, and all right, so I still have a mid-level to use as well. All right, absolute W. All right, I think Duncan Robinson, you know, could make some sense of that two guard. I see Bledsoe, Trey Burke, Landry Shamet, Will Barton. I kind of like the idea of Will Barton. I like the idea of Trey Burke. I also like the idea of Patrick Beverley, but I think Duncan Robinson at that spot can, you know, be a nice floor spacer, and that would be actually awesome to have. We'll sign JaVale McGee, and then other than that, I think we're just gonna sign like a Kentavious Caldwell-Pope or something, and that would be another nice wing to have. So looking at our final roster: Damian Lillard, Derrick Rose, Duncan Robinson, KCP, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, Karl-Anthony Towns, JaVale McGee. So yeah, I kind of like it. We're gonna go ahead and simulate season number 2, kind of see how it goes, and hopefully this team is really good on paper. On top of the world, MVP LeBron James, Chet Holmgren Rookie of the Year, Yusuf Nurkic 6th Man of the Year, Eyes Defensive Player, John Penny Most Improved, and Tom Thibodeau Coach of the Year as we go 60 and 22. That is exactly what I'm talking about. The Portland Trailblazers are also the 3rd seed over on the Western Conference. I'm excited to see what's kind of going on in Portland right now. So with Damian Lillard gone, they've signed DeAndre Ayton, kept CJ McCollum throughout the years. Okay, he averaged 14 points per game this year, so not the kind of not what I would expect if CJ McCollum got the reins of the team. DeAndre Ayton averaged 20, Wendell Carter averaged 8, Obi Toppin 16. So they have a little bit of a interesting roster kind of brewing in Portland. But as you guys know, this was our rotation: Damian Lillard, KCP, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, Karl-Anthony Towns, Derrick Rose, Duncan Robinson, Damian Lee, and JaVale McGee. I had to move JaVale McGee to power forward because his center position was just trash. But 27 points per game from Damian Lillard, from Karl-Anthony Towns, 24 from Damian Lillard, 22 from Julius Randle, 19.5 from RJ, and 14 from Derrick Rose, 6 from Damian Lee. So the end of our bench got a little weak, but we are playing the Cleveland Cavaliers. Got Jalen Suggs, Dinwiddie, Mikal, Kevin Love, Jarrett Allen, Garland, Isaac Okoro, and Norman Powell. Somebody current round against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and it is not even close. We lose in 6 games. You got to be kidding me, dude. Why does this team lose in 6? Like, why is that even a thing? All right, you know what? It's fine. We're going to have one more offseason ahead of us, and it's got to make more moves, I guess. Wow, I am a little shocked that we just lost to the AFC. That's actually super freaking annoying. Okay, well, let's see what we can do here in this offseason. So we're gonna have some mid-levels to use. Do I just sign Doc Rivers and say screw it? No, I do not, because he does not even want to come here. Okay, I see Michael Stauffer, and he signs here. All right, so let's go to rookie signing now. And at this point, I just want to get out of the first round because that just actually pissed me off. That tilted me. Okay, qualifying offers: RJ Barrett. We'll sign him back. Free agency. Is there anybody important? So RJ Barrett's of course very important, but looking at our roster right now, we have Derrick Rose backing him up, Duncan Robinson at the 2, and then okay, so we could pretty much use literally anything right now. So shooting guards: Javon Carter, Brent Forbes, Larry Nance Jr. At 30, I'll sign Larry Nance Jr. to a backup power forward spot because why not? I'll sign who else can I sign? JaMychal Green. I see Cousins. I see Mike Muscala. I'll sign Mike Muscala to an interesting deal. Sign both of them. RJ Barrett's prepared to get an offer, and we can't sign Mike Muscala for that. So we'll get that going. And then, okay, so that's pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? So we at least need like one more person to play in the rotation, which is a little unfortunate. So I see Noah Vonleh. I see Maxi Kleba. We're a little thin on the rotation side of things, as you guys can tell, obviously, because we just don't have money because a lot of it's going towards these guys. Okay. Desperate times call for desperate measures. If I traded RJ Barrett, I'm just curious if I could grab a little depth. Jaylen Brown, Lonzo Ball, and Robert Covington would be interesting, but I don't think that makes this better. De'Aaron Fox, Jonathan Isaac, Quinn Grimes, Brandon Ingram, OG Anunoby. Okay. Some of these were interesting, but most of them I didn't want to do. So I like this one, kinda. Not really, actually. You know what? It's fine. We're just gonna run with the rotation we're about to have. It's gonna be weird, but I am literally just want to get out of the first round at this point. Just get me out of the first round. I'll be satisfied. MVP. We went 66 and 16, and we're the 1st seed in the East. What could possibly go wrong? But I'm happy for my boy Damian Lillard getting that MVP award. That is an absolute W. Michael Stauffer, Coach of the Year. And here is your 1st seed in the Eastern Conference. Player stats wise: 27 from Dame, 24 from RJ, 23 from Karl-Anthony Towns, 21 from Julius Randle. So a nice big 4. We did our thing out here. So now we get to play the Miami Heat, man. And this time we're not losing to the AFC. Come on, bro. Don't do this to me. All right. Yes, we sweep them. That's what I'm talking about, dude. I don't know what that was about last year, but it just okay. And now we get to play this super team again. Okay, well, I'm nervous. Game 1, we're up 1-0. We have a little bit of a super team of our own. Karl-Anthony Towns absolute goes off in game 1. Brooklyn wins game 2, though. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 goes to them. Game 5 goes to us. Beat them in 6. Come on. Let's go, baby. We're playing the Detroit Pistons. We got the beast out of the way. And now we get to play the Pistons, who have Kawhi, Killian Hayes. I'm just going to assume my current round. And we sweep them. And wow, what a way to end this video. We get the Knicks and the Blazers in the NBA Finals. Emmanuel Quickly, Jaden Hardy, Zara Williams, Obi Toppin, DeAndre Ayton. Oh my, okay, so they honestly, this team low-key is pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. They've done a lot with those picks, and they've put a pretty nice young squad together. Game 1. We're up 1-0 though. So if we saw this in real life, bro, that would be, you know, Damian Lillard versus his former team for the NBA championship. But right now, it looks like they are no match for us. Oh, 2-1. May have spoken too soon. May have spoken a little too soon. Okay. Okay. 3-2. And just like that, the New York Knicks are champions and Damian Lillard wins a ring. Like all you guys want to see, right? You want Damian Lillard to go win a ring, but it can't be in Portland. All right, so Damian Lillard at the age of 34 can retire now. Happy man. Won MVP, won a championship, and won a season, guys. I'm sorry if there was a lot of background noise today watching throughout this video, but for now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Crushables. Hopefully Damian Lillard doesn't get traded, and I'm saying peace.